So now we have gone through the first chapter of Bodhicharyavatara, and that was about how important the bodhicitta is. What is bodhicitta and how important bodhicitta is, that we need to generate that bodhicitta. Very important to have that way of thinking, that attitude, that compassionate kind of way of thinking and acting also. So now we have kind of understood its value, its importance, but we cannot, just by knowing this, just by understanding how important bodhicitta is, bodhicitta doesn't necessarily arise in us. Of course it will help, that's the first step, but we have to do something to have it fully blossomed. And as I said before, the whole of Buddhist path is on how to increase that bodhicitta, generate the bodhicitta in ourselves, and then to make it deeper and stronger and stronger. And when bodhicitta is totally, blossomed in ourselves, then we have both limitless compassion and limitless wisdom, and that's what we call enlightenment, and that's what we need, and that's the elimination of all our sufferings and pain, and learning how to help other beings is in that. So we have to work on it. But now what is the thing? What are the things that we should do in trying to generate that bodhicitta? So next few at least two chapters are on that, how to generate bodhicitta, what to do so that our bodhicitta becomes established or generates that bodhicitta. Now the first thing is that we have to create more positive deeds. We have to create positive environments, positive, habitual tendencies in us, so that we become more, a good container to generate bodhicitta. Like for instance, if you have to get a very, very nice food, very clean food, that will be good and beneficial to yourself, we need to clean the utensil or the plate. If we have an unclean plate, which is infested with either poison or infections, then the food becomes useless. So therefore we need to first learn to purify ourselves. We need to generate a certain kind of positive environment in ourselves. And this is what we call the purification. Therefore the second chapter is called the Chapter of Purification. And in this Chapter of Purification, now we have 4 things. First, making offerings. Second, prostrations, making homages. And third, the refuge. And fourth, the purification. To get, to purify our negative deeds. These are the 4 sections or 4 things, that is described in this chapter of purification. Now the first, offerings. Making offerings is regarded as something very important. Preparation for generating bodhicitta. Because bodhicitta is to do with compassion, to do with not holding on to your things, yourself, too much craving, too much grasping. And if you need to generate that kind of equal to all, universal compassion, you need to make a habit of letting go of your own petty things, letting, not grasping at things to yourself. I want this, I want that, I keep this for myself, and then I don't allow this to be given to anybody. Not like that, but open mind, sharing, giving, not just giving down in the sense that I just kind of throw it to the dog or something like that. Not like that, but making an offering. That sometimes that the difference between the giving and offering is this: that the giving can be with some kind of insult. I don't need it, so I give it to others. I don't want it, so I give it to others. Those people who have nothing, I just kind of throw this to them so that maybe they can use it because I can't use it anyway. Not that kind of attitude, but offering means something that is precious, something that is very valuable, something that I really treasure and I like very much. Those things I make an offering to, with respect. I make an offering means give with respect, give with honor, give with humility. That's the offering. So if you make an offering, then it is something clean, something nice, something good, something that is that's precious. So therefore we try to make this habit, train ourselves to make offerings. So therefore now this offering has 4 sections. The offering of things that I have, offering of things that I create, or the offerings that, the first is the offerings of material things, the offering of material things. Second is offering of things that I create with my imagination, the offerings of the mind, offerings that is manifested by my mind. That's the second offering. Third is offering of my prayers and of my wishes, wishful offerings, wishful offerings, aspiration offerings. That's the third one. I will describe this later on when we come to these things. And then the 3. And fourth is unexcelled offerings, the greatest offerings, the highest excellent offerings. There's nothing better than that kind of offerings, unexcelled offerings. And then the fifth is, there's the fifth offering. Fifth offerings is offering of the melodies, offering of the music. These are the 5 offerings. And the first, the offering of things, or material things, you can say, is also 3 sections. Offerings that are owned by people, that the offerings who has owners, that belongs to people, and offerings which doesn't have any owner, natural things, offerings of things that is not owned or possessed by anybody, and then the offering of your own body. These are the 3 offerings. Now the first one is this first stanza. The translation of the first stanza is like this, from the Padmakara translation. To the Buddhas, those thus gone, and to the sacred Dharma, spotless and supremely rare, and to the Buddha's offspring, oceans of good qualities, that I might gain this precious attitude, I make a perfect offering. Now in the Tibetan, this is the first one. This Rinchen said, that I might gain or hold, Zung is also hold, that I might hold or gain this precious bodhicitta. I want to hold this bodhicitta. I want to generate this bodhicitta that we have described before. I'm inspired to generate this bodhicitta. But in order to do that, what should I do? I make offerings to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. The Buddha is to the Buddhas, those thus gone. Those who have gone according to the exact nature of things. That means that they have realized, they have understood, they have actualized the truth, the way things really are. So therefore, they are not deluded, they are not too ignorant. So therefore, they have become Buddhas. They know of everything, the nature of everything. To those Buddhas, I make the offerings of, the best things that I have. This and to all these Buddhas, I make offering of the best things I have in a very beautiful way, with respect. I make these offerings as much as it's possible for me to give, to offer. I would like to, because if you see something, if you feel something or somebody that's doing, or that's really qualified, that's really with great qualities, that's doing the best things for yourself and other beings, then you want to contribute something towards that. You want to make some, you want to be part of that. So therefore you make offerings, your contribution, your sincere kind of way of appreciating that. So this kind of, I make these offerings to that Buddha. And also the Dharma, because the Dharma is Of course, we will talk about this when we go through the refuge. But the thing that's with two truths, the Dembani, the two truths, the path and the cessation, that's the Dharma. The path Dharma is the methods, the way that the Buddha gave us, through which I can tread and I can, actually purify myself, and I can generate the end of suffering for myself. That the way, the methods, the path, that's also the Dharma. But then Dharma is also the experience of that, the full experience of that cessation of suffering, the experience of the Buddha. So Dharma is the path as well as the result, the enlightened experience. So I would like to appreciate that. I would like to make my contribution, my offering, my rejoicing, my my submission to that Dharma also. And then towards that Dharma, for that Dharma, to make that Dharma generate in me and in others, in order to bring that Dharma in our lives, in order to make possible that this Dharma arises in us and others, I make the offerings, everything that I have. And then to the Buddha's offspring, so the Bodhisattvas. This is a translation of Bodhisattva. Oceans of good qualities. The Bodhisattvas are the people who are actually not only practicing the Dharma, but actually have some experience of the Dharma, who are on the actual path, and who have, the different levels of the realization of the cessation. And to them I make offerings, because through them I will understand the Dharma, and through them I and all sentient beings get help and also the guidance, and they become my examples, my role model. So therefore I have lots of appreciation to them, lots of reverence to them. So I want to make offerings to them. So to all these three, Buddha, Dharma and Sangha, I make offerings of anything, this to the small things, to the big things, the valuable things, to the not so valuable things, everything that I possess and I can offer with my open heart, without any stinginess, without any regret. All those things I would like to make an offering. So I train to have less greedy, to be less greedy, to have more openness of the heart, to be able to share more. And so therefore although we are working on offering, but actually I'm working on bodhicitta, because I'm sharing with beings. And I offer this not only to the enlightened Buddhas, of course enlightened Buddhas also, but also we talk about Buddhas of the three times, Buddhas of the past, totally enlightened, and long before, Buddhas of the present, who are actually teaching and being around at the moment, and Buddhas of the future, who are, will become Buddhas, now maybe Bodhisattvas, or not even Bodhisattvas, just sentient beings. So to all of them I would like to make offerings. So this is the first stanza. of the second chapter of Bodhicharyavatara. So, thank you very much.